But now, almost 30 years since they all starred together in Steven Spielberg's Jurassic Park, Hollywood's stars Laura Dern, Sam Neill and Jeff Goldblum are back. Wowzers, a very good morning to Laura Dern, you're looking over your shoulder as though you're afraid. Well, so you should be. As we can see behind you.
I'm more afraid of dinosaurs than most people.
Well, that is...
Because I brought a co-star with me to say good morning to you all.
It's absolutely wonderful to have you on the show this morning. Jurassic World Dominion, I mean, what a treat. For you personally, Laura, what does it mean to be back centre stage on this enormous franchise?
It's incredible. You know, we had the time of our life making the original Jurassic Park, and to come together with my co-stars, some a bit more ornery and difficult than others, but it's an amazing experience, and the film embedded in this franchise is a deep environmental message, and I'm very proud to be back in the hiking boots of Dr. Ellie Sattler.
And do you know what? You're right, because I went to see it the other day at a screening, and it is an enormous romp. You know, there's all the action, all the drama, and that inching sort of romance is there between you and the Sam Neill's character. But you're absolutely right in that there is a genuine current message, isn't there, in there, which sort of took me by surprise. I wasn't expecting it, but it was very subtly, very cleverly embedded into bits of the script.
Yes, and thank you, Ranvir, for bringing it up, because very generously, Steven Spielberg, our producer and the original director, and Colin Trevorrow really allowed me to be part of the conversation about what Dr. Ellie Sattler would be doing today, from paleontology to now soil science and focusing on climate change science. And it was a massive part of the origin story, because our buddies can talk to us about a previous extinction, and we all can peacefully coexist to hopefully prevent another. And so that already is a deep part of this storytelling. But I think they worked very hard to, as you said, and thank you for that, subtly include that story and messaging for now this generation of moviegoers.
I thought it was brilliantly done, and it left me feeling sort of a deep appreciation for the franchise, rather than just a sort of, you know, a fun couple of hours in the cinema. It sort of left me feeling something more, which I think it must be a lovely thing for an actor to leave the audience with that. And do you know, I wanted to ask you, we haven't got pictures of it, but obviously your character is all about these giant locusts. That's a sort of big, that's why you enter the film. And we've got a little still of them here. I mean, they're ugly creatures, I'm not going to lie. But there is this extraordinary moment in the lab where there are millions of them all over you. And it's a very, very dramatic scene. And I just thought, were they throwing tennis balls at you? I mean, how did you film your bit of being attacked by giant locusts?
Well, I will tell you, having made the first film, when they said it's going to be incredible, these animatronics are extraordinary, which they are, you're going to meet what will feel like a live Triceratops, and it was so adorable, and I love that dinosaur so much. Then this time, they made animatronic locusts. So my worst nightmare became reality. There wasn't a lot of acting there, because both Bryce and myself, you know, came in contact with many, many of them, and they were there on set with us. And yes,
so that
you're absolutely right.
Actually,
they're pretty tricky.
They're not actually CG. Some of those are real.
Some of those are real. Yes, and there is some CG used, but this film really went back to paying tribute to Stan Winston's work with Steven on the first movie. So there are a lot of, including him, a lot of extraordinary practical animatronics on set with us.
Well, that is different, isn't it? Because that surprised me. I thought it was all CG, that moment, because, I mean, the fear on your face is very real then, in that sense. Now, I want to just mention another... Yes. You obviously love talking about the film, and what was the moment about... I read that Steven Spielberg was really touched by a photograph, wasn't he, of all you getting back together?
Yes, in fact, the first day that myself and Sam Neill and Jeff Goldblum had our costumes on and walked back on set, and he was sent a photo of the three of us back together, we all got a bit weepy for a moment and nostalgic about all that we have experienced in the family we have become, and now that it continued was you know, has been really special to us. And we made the film, we started the film just before the pandemic hit, and so we were officially the first movie back, and it took extraordinary sacrifice and courage in this extraordinary, predominantly UK crew who came together.
Oh, it's stunning.
And
just
all
before
living
we
together
go,
and many sacrificing, leaving their families.
Yes, exactly. And it was worth it. Just a quick mention, I was looking on your Instagram. Apart from the big beasts that you're starring with, there is another beautiful beast in your life, your dog, who you clearly adore. Can you tell us a tiny bit about her?
Oh, well, I love animals. But I really love dogs. And yes, we have a rescue named Baby, who is my personal dinosaur pet, and my lab, and I love them so much.
Well, I hope you're not missing her too much. You'll be back to Baby soon, I hope. Laura Dern, what
yes.
An absolute dream to have you on the show. Absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us, and thank London for accommodating my co-star today.
Don't try and get on the tube with her, though, will you? I don't think they'll let your friend tap through.
All
no.
right.
All right, my love. Lovely to see you. Jurassic World Dominion is in the cinemas from the 10th of June.
Don't forget, you can watch full episodes of Lorraine on the ITV Hub, and all the best clips, compilations and playlists right here on our channel. Just subscribe now and you'll never miss an upload. Click here to watch another video similar to this one, or click here to head to our channel's homepage to explore all of our exciting videos.